For nearly half a century, a lone traveler has wandered into the vast unknown. Not a ship with sails, nor a vessel powered by fire, but a machine crafted by human hands. Launched from a world wrapped in atmosphere, oceans, and wonder. Into an abyss of silence. It was designed to explore planets, but not to last forever. And yet, through cosmic storms and unimaginable cold, it still endures. No longer warmed by our star, it now drifts in the shadow of infinity. But it's not alone. It speaks, softly, faintly, across the void. Its signal, no louder than a whisper, still reaches us. But this time, that whisper wasn't ordinary. A transmission came through, brief, clear, impossible. Engineers leaned in. Instruments recalibrated. A pattern emerged. Not random. Not static. Not natural. A frequency unlike any we've detected before. It lasted only a moment, 2.4 seconds. But it shook the quiet halls of science to their core. NASA called it an anomaly, a technical error. A deliberate pulse. A signal meant to be noticed. Not necessarily intelligent, but intentional. And just like that, it vanished. Leaving behind data, speculation, and a heavy silence. Its instruments are ancient. Its systems outdated. Its power source, plutonium, decaying steadily since launch. Each year, it loses more warmth, more strength. It's as if the spacecraft itself refuses to sleep. As if something deep within it still believes its journey isn't over. And maybe, it isn't? When Voyager 2 crossed the heliopause in 2018, it entered a realm few imagined correctly. This wasn't a clean border. It wasn't a sharp divide between solar winds and galactic silence. It was chaotic. Blurred. Alive. The magnetic field didn't twist or shift as expected. It remained eerily the same, unchanged, like the rules had been rewritten. Plasma density soared. Radiation climbed. But the magnetic field, it didn't budge. This defies our models. Our equations. Our understanding of physics. It's like walking into a new room only to find it mirrors the one you left. Something isn't adding up. For decades, we believed the sun's influence formed a teardrop-shaped bubble, the heliosphere. A protective shell, trailing behind our solar system like a glowing comet. But Voyager 2 tells a different story. A distorted edge, warped by unseen forces. Galactic winds. Interstellar currents. Unknown magnetic pressures. The boundary isn't still. It breathes. It pulses. It may not even belong to our sun. Perhaps it belongs to something much older, something interstellar. Something that doesn't want to be seen, only felt. And Voyager 2 felt it. Out here, cosmic rays are not filtered. They pierce the silence with deadly precision. Subatomic daggers born in the depths of ancient stars. They tear through metal, fry circuits, mutate DNA. Voyager 2 is now exposed to these raw, galactic forces. And yet, it survives. But the radiation it detects isn't random. It comes in waves. In rhythms? Pulses that hint at something structured. Maybe clouds of dense plasma. Maybe stellar corpses. Absolutely, here's a greatly expanded version of that section in the same cinematic, mysterious, poetic, and non-copyrighted style. It's designed to be longer, deeper, and more emotionally immersive, perfect for your documentary voiceover or script. And if even Voyager's hardened instruments, designed to endure radiation, silence, and cold beyond imagination, are beginning to struggle, then what chance would the soft shell of human flesh have out there? What hope would a beating heart, vulnerable to even Earth's own elements, have in the galactic deep? Could lungs breathe where there is no air? Could eyes see where even light refuses to travel? Could a mind remain sane, staring into the void for eternity? These questions are no longer science fiction, they are footsteps on a road we've already begun to walk. Because one day, humanity will follow Voyager. Not with machines, but with bodies. With minds. With dreams. But this is not just space. This is not the blackness between planets or the cold silence between stars. This is the realm between realms. A threshold where the known fades into the unknowable. Where the laws of physics loosen their grip. Where light bends, time warps, and reality begins to ripple. This is the birthplace of stars, and their grave. This is where ancient suns shed their final breath, and new ones ignite from their ashes. It is a place of both death and genesis. And Voyager 2, a fragile sliver of metal and wire, has crossed into this eternal twilight. It didn't just pass a line, it passed into a question we never learned how to ask. Each Voyager carries with it a golden record. A disk of copper, coated in gold, engraved with the voices and visions of Earth. It is our bottle, cast into a galactic ocean. A message written not in ink, but in sound, in math, in music. It contains laughter. Greetings. The sound of waves kissing the shore. Of birds in flight. The crackle of fire. The murmur of wind through leaves. It contains Beethoven's Fifth. A Navajo chant. A Senegalese percussion rhythm. It contains the cry of a newborn child, the first breath of a new life. And all of it, now, sails through a darkness no human has ever touched. It moves where no timepiece can measure. Where no eye can follow. That record, our message, is not a weapon. It is not a warning. It is a whisper. It is who we were, when we dared to speak into the void. It is a quiet hello. From a planet spinning in blue. And perhaps, one day, it will also be our goodbye. And now, as Voyager 2's power source slowly dies. As its plutonium heart weakens with the decay of time. As its systems dim, one by one, like the setting of a distant sun. It gives us one final gift. Not data. Not images. But something stranger. A sound. A signal? A mystery wrapped in static and starlight. What was it? A forgotten echo from an ancient star. The last breath of a supernova long gone. Or something more. Something alive. Something that has waited in the darkness, patient and silent, until something finally knocked. Maybe it was a coincidence. Or maybe it was a response. We may never know. But in that not knowing lies the power of Voyager 2. Because it reminds us, beautifully, painfully, that the universe is not empty. That silence is not the absence of voice.